All right, it is 7:03 p.m. I would like to welcome everyone to the School District of Springfield Township Board of School Directors regular board meeting. Today's April 20th, 2021. I'd like to welcome everyone. I'm not sure if it's just me, but it feels like spring. It is wonderful to feel this weather. I got a little bit too much sun today. But also spring because I see smiles, I see kids in school, and I know my kids have really, truly enjoyed being back in school 4 days a week. So my hat's off to the administration, especially the teachers and the support staff for all the incredible work, getting the kids back in school safe and happy and sound. We're going to talk about this at the end of the meeting, but I wanted to foreshadow as well. It's been so amazing to see our teachers through this pandemic put kids first and be in schools. And so a very small step that we're taking as a board is our next regular board meeting. We will be meeting in person as a board, obviously social distance and safe. But our teachers and our support staff have been doing this for a period of time very safely, and we think it's time for us to get back together as well. So we'll look forward to that in the very near future. So with that, we'll move to the Pledge of Allegiance to kick off this meeting. Mr. Wexler. And if you are comfortable standing where you are, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll do a reading of the mission statement. The mission of the School District of Springfield Township is to educate and develop all students as learners and citizens who are high achieving, resilient, and responsible in a changing global community. Let's do roll call. Ms. Michaels.
Mr. Defranco.
Here.
Dr. Etlin.
Here.
Ms. Jordan.
Here.
Mr. Lapidus.
Here.
Mr. Needleman.
Here.
Ms. Sarsfield.
Here.
Ms. Lipinski.
Here.
Dr. Taratuski. Mr. Bedard.
Here. So as you heard, Dr. Taratuski is unable to make it for a conflict. I am going to do my best to fill in. I will do our required announcement that the board at its discretion may videotape all or any portion of this public board meeting, subject to the limitations set forth by policy 006.2, broadcasting of meetings. Board meetings will be broadcast on Friday afternoon following this board meeting. Let's open the floor to any public comments on agenda items. Everyone will see that the agenda was posted in the chat. And if you do have a question, please use the hand raise feature and we will get you on the air. And I'm clicking on attendees. I see no hands raised. Very good. We will move on to the business of the day, approval of minutes. We're going to approve the March 2nd, 2021 interim meeting board minutes attachment O. Is there a motion?
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
Thank you, Dr. Etlin. Are there any comments or questions about these minutes? Okay. Let's, if we could do these together, we'll do the approval of the March 16th, 2021 regular board meeting. That's board minutes attachment P. Is there a motion?
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
Great. Any comments or question on March 16th minutes? All right, Ms. Michaels, I think we'll vote.
Mr. Defranco.
Aye.
Dr. Etlin.
Aye.
Ms. Jordan.
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus.
Aye.
Mr. Needleman.
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield.
Aye.
Ms. Lipinski.
Aye.
Mr. Bedard.
Aye. And we have the approval of our treasurer's report. It was attachment H, treasurer's report. Do we have a motion for approval?
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Defranco. Any comments or questions on the treasurer's report? It was lengthy, it was detailed. All right, very good. Ms. Michaels.
Mr. Defranco,
Aye.
Dr. Etlin,
Aye.
Ms. Jordan,
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus,
Aye.
Mr. Needleman.
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield,
Aye.
Ms. Lipinski,
Aye.
Mr. Bedard.
Aye. Thank you. Now, with all due respect to Dr. Yannicone, we will now have our most favorite update of all board meetings from Madison Dunlop, our student representative from the high school. Madison, what do you have to share with us today?
Hi, thank you. So there's a lot going on this month, especially in our younger schools. They have a lot of fun activities coming up as things start to open. So over at Enfield, they've been having fun days. Each week on Friday, they either have a different theme or they have a little dance party in their classrooms. In honor of Autism Awareness Month, they are creating a chalk mural outside in their courtyard that each class can go out and color to spread inclusion throughout their school. On Friday, April 16th, they celebrated Kindness Day, and throughout the month, teachers have been writing acts of kindness they've seen throughout the students, and they're creating a huge mural in their entrance. They also have Challenge Day this month, where they're able to challenge Dr. Feely and Mr. Fleming to a challenge of their choice and have one be selected for them to perform. Kindergarten Roundup is also coming up, and families who have registered their children for kindergarten are able to come for information and short screening. Over at Erdenheim, during the last week of March, they have participated in Spirit of Service Week. And each day, students and staff participated in a themed activity and donated money and cards to a charitable organization in Texas. They raised over $1,400 to donate to Jonathan's Place, who has recently been impacted by inclement weather. On April 12th, the 4th and 5th grade Olympians participated in the Montgomery County Reading Olympics competition. Their Olympians sparkled with pride. Their enthusiasm and ability to navigate the new competition format was remarkable. Congratulations to all Olympians, parents, and teachers who contributed to this wonderful experience. Over at the middle school, spring sports have also begun and are currently going very smoothly. The student council officers are now planning to meet with Mr. Fuller to discuss topics of their monthly meetings. At the high school, the Theory of Relativity, which is the high school spring show, is also coming up at the end of the month leading into May. This month, they are also collecting comfort care packages for Lisa's Army. This concludes my student involvement and activities report for the month of April. Thank you.
Ms. Dunlop, that was an awesome report, and I want to thank you. I know how much work goes into collecting all that information across the schools, but my goodness, so much going on. You guys are really keeping busy and active, and I love to see that. So I appreciate the update for the board. All right, we'll move on to the administrative report, our second favorite update from Dr. Yannicone. Excited about tonight's Spartan Spotlight, learning more about service learning.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bedard, and good evening, everyone. We have several informational updates for families that I'm pleased to share with you tonight. First of all, equitable practices. Tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m., our last equitable practices meeting for this year will be held. The meeting is focused on multilingual learners and their families and the ways we can and do support them in our schools. I want to give many thanks to our ELD teachers, Mrs. Kohler, Mrs. Spohl, and Mrs. Keister for their hard work in preparing the presentation. The meeting will be held over Zoom, and the link is available on the main page of our website. As Mr. Bedard already mentioned, we have a couple of upcoming meetings for the board. First of all, this Thursday morning at 8 o'clock, we have our Finance Committee meeting. We will meet to review the draft presentation of the 21-22 final proposed budget. The meeting will be held over Zoom, and the link is provided on our website as well. On May 3rd at 5 o'clock, we're going to hold our final academic affairs meeting of the school year. Dr. Johnson is planning a robust agenda that includes curriculum review updates, textbook adoptions, and high school mathematics and social studies, among other areas. The meeting will also be held over Zoom, and the link will be provided on our website by next week. Beginning Monday, May 17th, we'll be holding board meetings in the Freeze lobby, as Mr. Bedard already mentioned. Board members will be in person, as will those administrators who are presenting information. Community members will be able to register to attend in person, but due to COVID capacity guidelines, we're encouraging those who will be able to do so to attend virtually. Public comment will be welcomed by those who register to attend in person, as well as those who participate virtually. So it will be a hybrid event, and that's what's listed in the agenda. For those who might be looking at the agenda tonight, you'll see it says hybrid for community members. We've started our search for the next assistant principal at Erdenheim to replace Dr. Markle, who will be moving into the principalship at Enfield in just about a week and a half. Today, we held first round interviews, and they will continue through this week. We have a strong pool of applicants and look forward to identifying and recommending another excellent candidate to the board prior to the summer. In student activities, Maddie already mentioned the high school musical, The Theory of Relativity, that debuts next week over Zoom. Information on purchasing a ticket to view the production and support our theater program may be found on the high school website, as well as in my spring newsletter. Much gratitude goes to Marlene Thornton and her team, as well as our high school thespians for their dedication and creativity in bringing this year's musical to life. You'll see in the board agenda today, we have author Matt De La Pena, who will visit Springfield schools next month on May 25th. We're very excited to offer students the opportunity to hear Matt speak and share his insights into writing and literature. Matt is the New York Times best-selling, Newbery Medal-winning author of 7 young adult novels and 6 picture books. And again, we're very excited that we were able to get him to come to Springfield next month. And finally, under student activities, I want to congratulate our Springfield High School students, Gabrielle Green in poetry, Jordan Wilson in STEM, and Treasure Vassal in music vocals for winning the bronze medal in the Cheltenham NAACP ACT-SO program, which is the African American Cultural, Technological, Scientific Olympics. It's a competitive enrichment program, and we're very proud of our students for doing so well in the competition. We have Coffee and Conversation coming up next Tuesday, April 27th at 7 o'clock. The series will offer a family validation virtual webinar for middle and high school parents. The 1-hour program will help parents better understand the unique challenges of raising teenagers. Katie May, the owner and clinical director of Creative Healing, a teen support center, will present the workshop, which is organized by our Office of Support Services. And finally, Mr. Bedard, as you mentioned, tonight's Spartan Spotlight is the Service Learning Project at Erdenheim Elementary. I'm very pleased to introduce teacher Jill Rosenfeld, principal Dr. Andre McLaurin, and student Alex Vargas, who are with us to share their presentation. And at this time, I'll turn it over to, I believe, Mrs. Rosenfeld.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having us tonight. We're so excited. When I asked Alex Vargas to be involved with this, she was literally jumping up and down, so excited. She is a 4th grade student in my class. She goes by, her name is Alexandra Vargas, but she goes by Alex, and she's a really engaged student who is curious and asks excellent questions and just raises the level of critical thinking in our classroom. She tells excellent verbal and written stories. She's just a positive, bright light in our classroom community, which is especially appreciated this year during a pandemic year. And she's participated in Reading Olympics, plays softball and lacrosse, and is in our enrichment program, among other things, I'm sure. And I believe you will just see her soar in the coming years in SDST and many activities, including, from what she's told me, future plays. I can see you being a student representative like Madison. And so I will turn it over to her. I think she's going to blow you away.
Thank you, Mrs. Rosenfeld, for all those sweet comments. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about our service project. As Mrs. Rosenfeld said, I am Alexander Vargas. I like to be, I go by Alex. I'm in 4th grade, and here's a little bit about our service project. So service learning, our service learning combines helping others with our specific learning goals. In Erdenheim School, and our service work is to grow empathy for others by raising awareness for others and about the lives of others. Erdenheim converts a 30-minute period each day to focus on the social emotional learning, and we call this our Spartan Pride Time. The PRIDE acronym stands for the pillars of our work. P, perseverance. R, respect. I, integrity. D, dependability. And E, empathy. These pillars are the foundation to growing a respectful, accepting, and caring community, with the aim of helping each student feel a sense of belonging. Within this goal, we hope students feel they can depend on our school community when needed, and that they can be dependable and help others who are in need as well. Erdenheim students learn these social emotional skills through service work, through Second Step, a social emotional learning research-backed program, through critically analyzing books, and through lessons from learningforjustice.org, a framework for anti-bias education. This year, our service work was for those in Texas facing hardship due to recent weather affecting electricity, water supply, access to food and shelter. We sponsored a charitable organization, Jonathan's Place, based in Texas. Many places have had their pipes burst, and over 100 women and children have been displaced. Johnson's Place helps to relocate children who are neglected and abused. During our In the Spirit of Spirit Week, we students have had the option to donate to charity or make a card of well wishes to participate in a themed activities such as Crazy Sock Day for World Down Syndrome Day, Wacky Day where anything went, or Pajama Day where you just wear your pajamas to school. Students in the 4th grade made a video describing the service project to the school community, and you will see this video in a moment. The students enjoyed a fun-filled week of spirit days while building empathy and dependability and helping others at the same time. The project resulted into growing a sense of belonging and a sense of community helping, and a donation of over $1,400 to Jonathan's Place. Please enjoy the video from our 4th graders as well as some pictures of our spirit days.
The more you give, the more you get. The more you laugh, the less you fret.
The more you do unselfishly, the more you live abundantly. The more of everything that you share, the more you will always have to spare.
The more you love, the more you'll find that life is good and friends are kind.
For only what we give away enriches us from day to day.
Spartan Pride is a time set aside each morning for us to learn about perseverance, respect, integrity, dependability, and empathy. If you put it all together, you have the word pride.
What does it mean to have pride? Having pride is certainly more than learning about what pride means and stands for. Having pride is putting our words into action.
When we are putting our words into actions, we are thinking about others and trying to imagine how they are feeling. We have spent a few years talking about what it means to have empathy. Putting ourselves into someone else's shoes helps us better to understand how they are feeling, and in turn help us know that they might need.
So, what if someone needs help? How do you help them? Believe it or not, it may not be as hard as people think. Some people may need space with their thoughts. Others may need a listening ear. Some other people may need a smiling face,
But often people need supplies to live, like food, water, shelter, or clothes. You really don't know what people need until you emphasize. So, listen and learn.
This year, our school is going to participate in a service project. A service project is work done by a person or a group of people that benefits others. Usually the focus of the project is something that is done to help the community where we live. This year, we are learning about families in Texas who have been without food, shelter, power, or water as the result of really big storms.
Many of us can empathize with these families because we have experienced the loss of power during storms as well. Some of us had to stay with family members until the power was restored, and some of us have lost all the food in our refrigerators due to a lack of power. Fortunately, for most of us, it only lasted a couple of days. People in Texas have not been so lucky.
Jonathan's Place, which is located in Dallas, Texas, right around here, provides emergency shelter, resources, and a safe place for abused and neglected children, teens, and young adults. Due to the damage that the storms have left behind, their supplies are low and could really use our help.
We are asking for students to contribute in any way they can. The suggested donation is $1 a day for a total of $5 for the week. For each dollar donated, students will have the opportunity to participate in one of our daily Spirit Day activities. The week of March 22nd, if $1 a day is too much, you can also make a card, picture, or letter of inspiration for Jonathan's Place. We will send them with our donation.
Here is our Spirit Week schedule. On Monday, the 22nd, is Wear Fun Socks for Rock Your Socks for World Down Syndrome Day. On Tuesday, the 23rd, is Hat Day. And Wednesday, the 24th, is Bring a Fluffy Friend to your virtual class to watch our Women's History Month presentations. On Thursday, the 25th, is PJ Day. And on Friday, the 26th, is Wacky Wear. You can wear polka dots, wigs, fun socks, or anything wacky.
So on behalf of our Erdenheim school community, I'd like to take this opportunity to just thank Mrs. Rosenfeld, as well as all of our other staff members who've helped to make our In the Spirit of Service Week a huge success. I also want to take an opportunity to thank Alex for representing our students and helping to share our story with everyone. Alex, you did a phenomenal job, and we want to thank you as well as all the other students who contributed to make the video a huge success. To our members here with us this evening, it's been a challenging year, and one of the things that we hope you felt through our presentation, even though our students were wearing masks, you can feel them smiling. And so through all the difficult challenges we've had this year, our staff and our students have really worked together to put smiles on people's faces around the world and around the country. And so we just want to take this opportunity to thank you once again for just being amazing and contributing to our pillars of pride and making sure that we can support families down in Texas. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. McLaurin. And Mr. Bedard, that concludes my report.
Well, I'm going to let any board members who want to make a comment, feel free to make a comment. And I'll just start on behalf of the board and say, wow, on that work. I actually got a little emotional in that video. I don't know if it was the background music or the incredible focus of these students on other people, you know, to live life with that level of purpose and passion for helping others is pretty incredible stuff. So Alex, I wanted to say to you, you know, for you representing the students, thank you so much for being here with us tonight and sharing this work and for all the incredible work that the whole student body is doing behind the scenes. And there's two things that Ms. Rosenfeld said that I want to call out. And Alex, one was that you helped raise the level of critical thinking, and the other is that you're a source of positive energy for your class. And I will tell you, and any students that watch this video, if you do those two things through your whole life, that is success right there. So continue to be on this path of generosity and giving. Great job. I'm really proud of you. And Ms. Rosenfeld, Dr. McLaurin, thank you for your focus on this.
Thank you.
You got it, Alex. Any other board members want to comment?
Ms. Bedard, I'll pick up where you left off. I have to concur with your response. It was absolutely fabulous. And I have to tip my hat to Alex, her classmates, Ms. Rosenfeld, Dr. McLaurin, and all those who were involved with the video. It was absolutely fantastic. And what really resonated with me was to see the interest and passion in these young people in terms of altruism, looking to see that there's a need in our country, thinking outside the box and wanting to fulfill that need. So on that note, I want to again extend a great big thank you.
All right. Any other comments? I also did want to ask Dr. McLaurin, how are you holding up with Ms. Markle? Dr. Markle only a week and a half away from departure. You doing okay?
We are doing all right. You can see the smiles on the students' faces and the hard work of the staff. We're going to make it. We'll be all right.
Okay.
We're going to miss it. Yeah.
We'll get you help quick.
Yeah.
Mr. Bedard, if you wouldn't mind, I just would like to also congratulate Alex on a terrific job. Mrs. Rosenfeld said at the beginning of the presentation, Alex, that we would really be impressed with you by the end. And I have to say, I agree wholeheartedly. And I'm really excited for you to continue to be involved. And I want to say to you and to Mrs. Rosenfeld in particular, that I want to thank you for all of your hard work. And I want to excuse you so that you do not have to watch the rest of this board meeting. You are welcome to, but you do not have to. We're happy to have you go and do something fun with the rest of your night.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Rosenfeld. Thank you, Alex. I think, you know what, I'll excuse everyone from the rest of the meeting. Let's just call it a night and we'll table. I'm just kidding. All right, so now we move on to new business. And we'll get through some items. We only have 7 items on the agenda for tonight, so I think we can move through these relatively quickly. Our first item of new business is personnel. On the personnel attachment, the recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the following personnel as presented in the attachment. Certificated personnel and support personnel. Is there a motion?
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Okay.
Mr. Defranco,
Aye.
Dr. Etlin,
Aye.
Ms. Jordan,
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus,
Aye.
Mr. Needleman,
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield,
Aye.
Ms. Lipinski,
Aye.
Mr. Bedard.
Aye. Next order of business is the CSIET, Foreign Exchange Student. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves a foreign exchange student from Spain for the 2021-2022 school year, sponsored by the Council on Standards for International Education Travel, contingent on the U.S. Department of State regulations. Is there a motion?
Motion.
In a second?
Second.
Second.
Very good. Comments or questions? I was just pleased to know what the CSIET stands for. Now I know. But it's exciting to see a foreign exchange student again on the roster. I think we're ready, Ms. Michaels.
Mr. Defranco,
Aye.
Dr. Etlin,
Aye.
Ms. Jordan,
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus,
Aye.
Mr. Needleman,
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield,
Aye.
Ms. Lipinski,
Aye.
Mr. Bedard.
Aye. Item number 3, virtual author visit, recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves a virtual visit by author Matt De La Pena on May 25th, 2021 to provide a keynote and question and answer session for each of the schools from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the amount of $4,000. Is there a motion?
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Sounds like this is a pretty incredible author, so great job booking him for all the schools too as well. That's great. All right, Ms. Michaels.
Mr. Defranco,
Aye.
Dr. Etlin,
Aye.
Ms. Jordan,
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus,
Aye.
Mr. Needleman,
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield,
Sorry. Aye.
Ms. Lipinski,
Aye.
Mr. Bedard.
Aye. Item number 4, the 2021-2022 board meeting dates. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the attached board meeting dates for the 2021-2022 school year, attachment M. Is there a motion?
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions on our Tuesday evening meeting schedule? Very good. Ms. Michaels.
Mr. Defranco,
Aye.
Dr. Etlin,
Aye.
Ms. Jordan,
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus,
Aye.
Mr. Needleman,
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield,
Aye.
Ms. Lipinski,
Aye.
Mr. Bedard.
Aye. Item number 5, the MCIU agreement for shared student services. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the 2021-2022 intergovernmental agreement for shared student special education and related services with the MCIU. Is there a motion?
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Okay, Ms. Michaels.
Mr. Defranco,
Aye.
Dr. Etlin,
Aye.
Ms. Jordan,
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus,
Aye.
Mr. Needleman,
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield,
Aye.
Ms. Lipinski,
Aye.
Mr. Bedard.
Aye. Item number 6, Ready Sign Electronic Signature. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the purchase of Ready Sign electronic signature software for the period of May 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2022 in the prorated amount of $5,600. Is there a motion?
Motion.
And a second.
Second.
Any comments or questions?
I'm just curious if this is a new service or if we're migrating from an existing electronic signature setup or something else.
Thank you, Mr. Defranco. Yes, this is a new service. We're very excited to be able to move to this system. We looked at several options for electronic signature, and this one was not only everything we needed, but it was also the most cost effective. It's nice when that works out. We have unlimited electronic signatures with this system, and so the financing is directly on target. We won't need to worry about any increase in expenses over the course of the next 14 months, no matter how many signatures we end up using.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, Ms. Michaels. And you're on mute, but I think you said Mr. Defranco.
I'm so sorry. Mr. Defranco,
Aye.
Dr. Etlin,
Aye.
Ms. Jordan,
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus,
Aye.
Mr. Needleman,
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield,
Aye.
Ms. Lipinski,
Aye.
Mr. Bedard.
Aye. Item number 7, MCIU RWAN. I feel like that deserves a definition. The MCIU is the Montgomery County Intermediate Unit, which is a group that helps us secure group negotiated rates for schools. And RWAN stands for, I believe, Wide Area Network, which is an internet service technology. Okay, so the recommended motion here, just now that we're all clear, is the Board of School Directors approves the contract with the MCIU for regional WAN services starting July 1st, 2021 and ending June 30th, 2022 in the amount of $7,441.12. Is there a motion?
Motion.
And a second.
Second.
Any comments or questions on our regional WAN? Very good, Ms. Michaels.
Mr. Defranco,
Aye.
Dr. Etlin,
Aye.
Ms. Jordan,
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus,
Aye.
Mr. Needleman,
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield,
Aye.
Ms. Lipinski,
Aye.
Mr. Bedard.
Aye. Okay, that concludes new business. We'll move on to public comments on non-agenda items. And so this is the time frame where we can comment on anything happening with the schools. I would just ask anyone who has a comment to use the hand raise feature. If anything's posted in the chat and Q&A, we will follow up after the meeting. But if you have a comment for the board, go ahead and use the hand raise feature. And when you are called on, please give your name and where in the township you reside. Seeing no hands, I will give it one more minute. It was a figurative minute. I see no other hands, so that was probably closer to 25 seconds, but I think we're good. I will make sure that no other hands pop up. All right, guys, future meeting dates. Oh, do we have a question?
I'm sorry, Mr. Bedard, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just had a question about the meeting on the 17th of May, and I think this is for the benefit of the public as well. In terms of the hybrid nature, just practically, and maybe Dr. Yannicone can weigh in on this as well. How is that going to work? Just practically, will we be able to, the board obviously will be in the room, will we be able to see members of the public on will there be a television screen?
So yes, the plan is that board members will be socially distanced and masked in the room in Freeze Lobby, as well as myself and Ms. Michaels. That is also the evening, you may recall, that we typically have our music presentations. We're going to do that virtually because we still have indoor capacity requirements based on the square footage. And so we're trying to be mindful of that. So the rest of our administrators will Zoom in. We will likely have at least myself and 2 board members. We could have, for all of you, if you like, laptops in front of you so that you could see the Zoomers if they unmute and if they want to make a comment. But you will also be able to have live guests up to our capacity. And so we'll have registration for community members in advance if they'd like to come in person. And then we'll also have the option for them to Zoom in from home and be called upon by board members. Does that sound okay with you all? This will be our first time doing it. So that sounds like a plan. We're going to make it happen. Mr. Oliver and his team will make it happen.
No, that's great. Thank you.
Talk about this offline or email, but I'd be happy to bring my own laptop if you want us to get there a few minutes early, and Rich can help us set it up and get on the Wi-Fi or whatever we need to do.
Absolutely. What I'll plan for us to do, we're going to pilot this in the interim, and then we'll send directions to all the board members, and that way you'll have information about how we'd like it to go. The important thing, I think, for the public, to your point, Mr. Needleman, is that we want to continue to make board meetings as accessible as possible, so that those members of the public who would like to Zoom in can do so and participate. And those members who would like to come in person will be able to do so as well. We're just going to do that within the confines of the governor's orders regarding capacity.
That's a great question, Mr. Needleman. Appreciate that. Okay, future meeting dates. We have an interim board meeting coming up on Tuesday, May 4th, 2021 at 7 p.m. This will still be a virtual meeting. It sounds like we're going to pilot some of the technology to make sure we're set for the regular school board meeting, which is Monday, May 17th, 2021 at 7 p.m. And that's a hybrid meeting. And Dr. Yannicone, will we have instructions and sign up on the website?
Yes, we will. And I'll also make sure that we send out a notice to the community in advance of that meeting so that they're aware of the ways in which they can participate.
Excellent. I'm excited to see everyone. Upcoming board committee meetings. We have a finance committee meeting on Thursday morning, April 22nd, 2021 at 8 a.m. This is a virtual meeting. Details are on the district website. Academic Affairs Committee coming up on Monday, May 3rd, 2021 at 5 p.m. It's also still a virtual meeting. Details on the website. And just to reiterate, only 2 that I wanted to call out. If there's any more you want to, Equitable Practices meeting, the final of this year, critically important topic, is happening tomorrow night. So check the main page of the website for details, but that's at 6:30 p.m., Dr. Yannicone? All right, we'll do our best to be there. And then finally, I'm really excited about Theory of Relativity, having a virtual performance of a musical. Looking forward to that. So, check out the district website for more information there. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate everybody taking the time. Dr. McLaurin, again, great job getting this service project and so much engagement from both your team and the students. It was a pretty awesome presentation tonight. So thank you for that.
I just want to call out one thing because I'm going to say it out loud so I remember. The 17th is a Monday because of Election Day. So it's Monday, the 17th. We all have to remember that.
Helpful. Thank you, Gretchen. All right. I think we are adjourned for the evening. Thanks, everyone.